Hello, hello. My name is Sarah Longacre. I am the owner and founder of Blooma. I'm a prenatal yoga instructor. I'm a birth doula. I've been a birth doula for a couple decades. But most importantly, my job is being a mama. I was a doula and teaching prenatal yoga for a decade and a half before I even gave birth. And wow, what am I learning is it takes a lot of good deep breaths and a lot of movement and a lot of self-care so that I can give to my child. So I welcome you into this practice to take those deep breaths and to move. I believe that yoga is all about kind of polishing who you are as a person. It's about going into a place where there's maybe some stuck energy. And I believe that it's a time where we can learn how to soften around tightness. And it's a place where we can learn how to be strong and focused when things get hard. And I'm here to tell you, if you didn't hear it yet, birth is hard work, and it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be. It's hard being a parent. And so when we step through that doorway into labor and when we birth our babies, we have to go in and we have to remember our strength. And you're going to shake and you're going to sweat and you're going to wonder, what am I doing? You can do it. I know you can. So that's what I know. I know that birth is hard and I know that you can do it. And so as we move and stretch today, as you connect to your baby and your body, just notice when you're running off and thinking about other things, and that's okay. But the beautiful part is the anchoring down that you're going to get, that coming into the present moment, because in labor, you're going to want to run, right, from the intensity of it. You're going to try to avoid it. And really what it's about surrendering. I talk a lot about being a jellyfish. You kind of have to get so soft and into being a jellyfish, but your breath and your awareness needs to be focused. So it's an ease and an effort, right? So we'll do that today. All right, well, welcome. If you've got that block, it's right by you. You're going to have possibly a cushion or a pillow to sit on. I have a folded blanket because I want your hips to be higher than your knees. So let's go ahead and start by taking our legs out in front of us as we've been sitting for just a few minutes. And I wanted you to take your legs out nice and long and give those legs just a good shake. Just shake, shake, shake. I call this having my temper tantrum. So just shake it out for a moment. And as you do that, roll the shoulders and take a breath. And then go ahead and flex the feet. Sit up nice and tall. I want you to flex the feet and just start to feel the energy wake up in your feet as the crown of your head lifts, as your belly engages and you open your heart. Go ahead and take an inhale and point your toes. And then exhale out through the mouth and flex your feet. Let's do two more. Inhale, point. And exhale, flex. Feel free to make noise. It's going to happen in birth. Inhale, point. And exhale, flex. And then go ahead and draw some circles with your toes. So whatever direction is fine. You can just kind of move the ankles, wake everything up in your feet. I know our ankles and our feet can get really puffy. Reverse that circle. In pregnancy, we've got so much extra blood. And a lot of times in heat and eating salty foods, yeah. All right, one more little shake. Just go ahead and shake the arms too if you want. Just kind of saying, hello, body. All right, big inhale, bring the arms up. Reach out of the low back and exhale, ground down. We'll take our legs into a comfortable cross-legged position. So whatever leg comes naturally in front, we'll start with, and then we'll switch. We'll extend our arms out nice and wide, open the palms up and drop the shoulders. Take a moment, if it feels safe and comfortable in your body, to close down your eyes. And feel the breath begin to massage up and down your shoulders and your arms. Feel the rib cage expand and the back of the body breathing. Relax the jaw and the muscles in your face as you open the breath down into your belly. We'll take just a few more moments here. The sensation of expansion in space, taking up space is wonderful. Breathing into all the space around you, and yet letting there be a sensation of relaxation in the shoulders. In birth, we have to find that place of kind of stamina sometimes. And our mind, even though it might be saying, oh, my arms are tired, I'm going to let them go, we can just practice breathing into the sensations. And then try to rest your mind. Try to really let the mind drop down. Maybe there's even just a sweet little mantra that you're saying to your baby or in your heart that, you know, we can do this, I can do this. Let's just take one more really yummy breath right into the heart. And then as you exhale, bring the palms together at heart center. Bowing your chin to your chest, soft smile on your face. This might be just a few moments here where you might notice gratitude, all the things that are working in your body. You might have a hope or a wish or a prayer for you, for your baby, for your family, maybe for your birth. And then we'll take one hand to our heart and one hand to our baby's heart as we find that connection, remembering that this child chose us. This child and spirit chose you. On your next inhale, let's send a big breath up into the arms, all the way up to the sky. Reach out of your low back. And then again, plant the palms, root down on your exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Big inhale into the side body, lift up. Big exhale out. Every time you exhale, you might find some gentle core engagement, giving your baby a nice big hug to support your low back. Hands are going to come down onto the thighs. We're going to inhale. The first movement through the spine is to take your heart forward. Exhale, go ahead and round your back chin to the chest. And again, feel free to close your eyes as this practice for birth, when we need to go inward and let go of all the distractions. Notice how deep you want to take the exhale. Again, feel free to make noise. And just 3 more times, all the way from the crown of the head to the tailbone. There's just a nice gentle rocking sensation. Just as you were rocking your baby, starting to warm up your hips, warm up your pelvis. And then exhale, we'll hold back, chin to the chest, lift baby up and in. And go ahead and take a circle to either your right or your left. I like to take my hands down onto my thighs and really root down and make some space from crown of the head. Now, I will tell you, if you're over 32-ish weeks, sometimes baby's head is right there on your bladder, and you might have to head to the restroom, head to your bathroom. That's awesome. Let's reverse the circle. So crown of the head might move, shoulders might move. Waking up, side of the body, front of the spine, back of the spine. One more big circle. And then last time, we're going to inhale the arms all the way up. And then exhale, rotate to your right. So you're going to expand your wings. Take the fingertips all the way to the ground as you look over the right shoulder. Inhale all the way up. Belly will stay forward. We're just opening through the top spine. Look to the back. Inhale, back up high. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's take our time and move on to all fours. This is probably one of the most important postures. I actually just was at a birth just a few days ago, and the mama was on all fours when she was pushing, and she lifted one leg up and did a little lunge. It's a great way. It's a great way to have our babies into what we call optimal fetal positioning. So you're going to start that same circle sensation that we did in seated. And you might use your blanket. I like to take my blanket underneath my knees. You're going to start to roll the hips front and back, side to side. Wonderful time here to close your eyes, let the head relax. You can tuck your toes, you can bend your elbows, and then maybe change the direction. Maybe let the head get more into it. Let your spine round. The only thing that I would like you to just notice and try to not over-exaggerate and maybe just avoid a little bit, especially if you're over 25 weeks, is to release your belly too deep and to lift your heart. That is just gonna open up the obliques, and we don't wanna let baby put too much weight on the low back. So maybe take a cat stretch. Maybe add a little smile to your face. Let's take 2 or 3 more breaths. Just really having fun here. Remember that jellyfish I mentioned? Practice that jellyfish sensation. Rolling, unwinding, floating, releasing. And then from here, we'll go ahead and walk our knees nice and wide. We're gonna run. We're gonna come in and out of child's pose. So the inhale might take you forward, lengthening without dropping the belly. Exhale, we press the hips back and release the head. We'll take that a few more. Inhaling forward, just warming up sacrum, warming up hips. And in your birth, even if you have an epidural, you can be on all fours. If you're birthing in the water or heading to the hospital, being on all fours in the back of the car. And then in between the surges, the waves, the contractions, you're gonna rest. So let's bring the hips back. You can fold the arms, maybe take a block or a pillow, anything to support you as you exhale and melt down. On your inhale, I want you to fill your belly with a deep breath so that your belly almost touches your thighs, expands space. And as you exhale, soften. That is so important for in between the contractions, the surges, that we absolutely melt and let go. Maybe your doula's rubbing your low back. Maybe your partner's holding your hand. You are so supported. You are so loved that you are safe to go deeper, deeper inside of yourself, to let go, to not overanalyze, to trust in your body to do the work. It's not in your head where the work is. If I had my wish, I'd take your brains out during birth. So soften a few more times, a few more good breaths. Just a few more moments. I know that child's pose was not my favorite pose in my pregnancy, so if at any point you need to come up, please do so. We'll all stay for one more deep breath. Really fill the back ribs, fill the sacrum. And maybe on your exhale, soften your teeth. And then we'll go ahead and lift baby up. So engage your core. Give your baby a hug, I like to call it. Walk your hands back onto the floor and then slowly slide yourself up. Let's go ahead and bring the knees back under the hips and just wag your tail side to side. We'll go ahead with some cat stretches. So hands underneath our shoulders, maybe a little bit wider. You can take a big inhale and lengthen your spine. As you exhale, go ahead and round your back, pressing the tops of the feet to the floor, chin to the chest, snuggle baby up and in. Inhale, we'll slowly come back to a long spine.
Exhale, round, round, round. Firing up those rectus abdominis, the strong muscles that keep our babies in. On the inhale, we don't release those rectus abdominis, we just keep the spine long. And exhale to round. Go ahead and take 3 or 4 more at your own pace. I'm just here to give suggestions, but I always want you to listen to your body because you're the one who's birthing. You might be feeling a sensation that you want to take this a different way. Listen to your body, listen to your intuition. On your next exhale, let's go ahead and hold, roll up, open up the back of your heart, and then walk your hands further back and up onto your fingertips, like you've got a big grapefruit underneath your fingertips. Round and maybe send the hips to the left or the right. And then give baby a really good hug. You're going to start to walk your hands up your thighs. Inhaling the shoulders up. Exhaling back and down. Inhale, reach all the way up to the sky. Exhale, drop the shoulders, bring your pinkies in towards one another. Take a big breath here. And then on your exhale, you're gonna float the hips back. Palms are gonna reach up to the sky and drop your head. Inhale up. So again, we're just doing some simple movements to start to, I don't know, should I use the word lubricate, or does that seem like a funny word? But I feel like we're just warming the hips up. We're lubricating the hips, front and back, side to side. And we're also giving babe just a chance to kind of move here in the fluid, the amniotic fluid in your belly, and moving babe. One more time. And we're also warming up the glutes because as you exhale, you're using your glutes, your thighs to come up. Hold here for a moment, lift the pelvic floor up, and then exhale, hands come behind you. We're gonna interlace the 10 fingers. And you might start to lift the thumbs away from the sacrum as you draw the chin to the chest. Ooh, this can be really intense, especially as your body's changing and maybe gaining more weight and feeling that stress kind of rolling forward. But we do want to practice the opening the shoulders here. Now, what I love to do is really take my breath in through my nose and exhale out with a opening my jaw, maybe we call that birth lips at Blooma. So roll it out, breathe it out. Just another moment, really feel space in the shoulders. Again, those thumbs can start to lift a little bit more from the sacrum. One more moment. Let's inhale all the way up. And let's do that good arm shake like we did before. Just release that. Nice time to kind of roll the wrists, flick the fingers. You guys know my joke. If you're at the grocery store out and about somewhere and someone's like, oh my gosh, when are you due? You gotta be due so soon. You just take a deep breath and go like this. I don't know what it means, but I think it's funny. I wonder if anyone's done it. Inhale all the way up. Get space for your baby. We're gonna engage the core. Exhale, we're gonna come into our first down dog. So hands, I really encourage you to be as wide as your mat. We'll go ahead and tuck our toes. Use the core to lift the knees, and you'll go ahead and slide your hips back. Now you might walk your feet out a little bit, experiment. Maybe belly grew a little bit, so feet are gonna be wider than your hips today. This is an awesome time to really let your head relax, bending and straightening your legs. Again, invitation here, close your eyes and let your body move any way it wants to. And maybe you're like, oh, I'm ready for Shavasana. Hey, go for it. Maybe you want to lift a leg in the air. Go for it. You listen to where your body is craving breath, craving movement. That's it. Just another good deep breath in and out. Let's go ahead and press the heels back and down. Soft little bend in the knees helps to expand and open up the spine. So send the tailbone back. Roll your breath up and down your shoulders to your belly. And then we'll gently inhale, rise up to the ball mounds. Use your core to exhale the knees down onto your mat. Wiggle that out side to side. We're gonna take our back right leg, send it long, and then take a quarter circle with the right foot coming out to the side. Left hand's gonna stay on the earth. Inhale all the way up, blossom. So just almost like we started, arms extend, heart is just reaching through the fingertips. As you exhale, hand comes back into your heart. You send the hips back and you reach the fingertips forward. Inhale, back on up, have fun with this, play. And exhale, hips go back, arm goes forward. And I want you to continue that at your own pace, making any little movements, any stillness that feels good in your body. And there's a hammock sensation for your belly and your baby. Maybe on the last few, it might even feel good to take the right arm and bring it underneath the left. Notice that sensation. A few more in either direction. And when you're ready, let's all take the arm back up, shake out the wrist, shake the head, maybe that. And exhale, right palm comes down to the earth. We're gonna heel toe the right foot up to the top of your space. It does not need to stay on your mat. It can stay right off your mat. And then you're just gonna move a little here. Maybe side to side, maybe the head comes down. You can always spiral the left foot in a bit and squat back. But again, these are all just suggestions for your pregnancy and your birth. So yeah, the birth that I was at last week, she was on all fours and the midwife said, pick your foot up and bring it to the side. And it just opened up so much more space for her sweet baby to be born. Take another moment here. All right, from here, we're gonna come back up like we did before. So hopefully that left knee is feeling okay. You're gonna rise up, inhale all the way up. And then exhale, you're gonna take the right palm, let it fly up to the palm comes up to the sky, let the left palm fly up, and you're gonna take a big breath into your side body. We haven't done much side body yet, so feel that sensation. It's a wonderful psoas stretch, and the psoas during birth can be really tight and intense. It's a fear flight, so we want to keep it juicy. Yep. You want to just let it lengthen and open and relax into it. So maybe relax the shoulder, maybe lift a little bit, and then come out of it. And then go ahead, inhale the left arm way up to the sky. Send it out. Right hand's gonna come inside the right thigh. We're gonna take a big breath. Inhale, sweep across. Exhale, send it out. Inhale, sweep across. And send it out. Just a few more, getting a little flow. Maybe even imagining that jellyfish just floating over the waves. Oh, unwinding from the inside out. And then next, inhale, all 10 fingers rise up, give baby space. Exhale, hands come back to the floor. And then we'll take that front right leg. You're gonna lift it up and bring it to the back of your space. Point and flex the toes for a moment. Release the knee and round up into a cat stretch. Give your back a nice deep breath. Yeah, and then let's do the other side. All right, let's balance it out. Left leg reaches back long. You're gonna take that into a quarter little circle here. So root down, the left edge of the foot is on the mat, toes forward. Right hand stays to the ground. We'll draw the left arm all the way up. Here's your inhale. You know where to go, exhale. So once again, if you've left the room and kind of gone on to your things to do list or starting to be distracted, just really invite yourself for this time. I know how hard it is at home. All of a sudden you see a dust bunny on the floor, you're like, oh, the phone rings or something. What can you do to really dedicate this time to you, to your body, and to your baby? Noticing how good the movement feels, moving muscles and fascia,
ligaments, all this movement. You're gonna sleep better at night, I promise. And feel free now to take the left arm and maybe bring it under the right. Slow it down. I seem to be speeding up a bit. Come back into your body, breathing long and deep. And on your next inhale, wherever you are, go ahead and we'll all meet here, dropping the head, circling the wrist. Big, yummy breath lifts us up. And exhale, hand down calmly to the floor. We're gonna heel toe the left foot up now and come right back into that rocking sensation. Maybe you get a little hamstring. And this is also, I didn't mention it on the other side, but if you prefer to have a block, you can. And sometimes I encourage you to drop your head, look back at your hips and say, oh my gosh, look at all that room. There is space to birth my baby. My baby is the perfect size for my body. Flexing, releasing, opening, big breath. Maybe shake your head out or give a good roll. And then slow this down. You're going to really root down into that back foot, root into the front. Let the core and the energy from the pelvis start to come up as you inhale, and the arms will follow along, reaching up all the way. Here's your inhale. As you exhale, left palm flips up, right palm flips up, and we come up and over. And then we take a breath and we just simply say hello to ourselves. Check in with you. Check in with your baby. Lift the front pubic bone up. We'll extend the right arm long. Left hand slides inside the left thigh. Take a big inhale, reach. And exhale, maybe send out what you don't need. Whew. Having a boundary. Saying to your mother-in-law, no, you cannot fly here to be with us during my birth and my first weeks at home. Having a boundary. You can say yes. You can also say no. Let's take one more. Really feel the sensation of releasing. All right, smile on your face. Inhale all the way up, lift. Exhale, we come down to the earth. You're gonna take that left leg, bring it nice and back and around, maybe kick it back. You can flex and point the toe. And then release down. We're gonna come right up into our downward facing dog. So any wiggles that you wanna get, maybe that big cat stretch felt good, maybe just pounding your feet and have another temper tantrum. And then when you're ready, we'll tuck our toes. Find the index finger, find the thumb. You're gonna lift energy out of the wrist, engaging the core. So we don't want to be spilling into the wrists. And then go ahead and take a few breaths here. We won't stay as long as we did on the first one. But feel free to move. Feel free to close your eyes, and maybe it'll feel good to find some stillness. Saying to yourself, you are strong. You know how to soften. And then nice and gently, you rise to the tips of your toes. We're going to use our core to really help us walk the hands back. Oh, no rush, no rush. The hands start to walk back towards your feet. When they get there, we'll take an inhale, halfway lift, so hands can come onto the calves. We'll lengthen to find space for baby, open the shoulders, and exhale, bending the knees, maybe quite generously. I like to take that block or your book or whatever you have at home under the hands and start to walk your feet maybe a little bit wider. Maybe you want to bend the knees. And take a little gentle squat. Maybe you want to sway your head. If you are in your first trimester and this is just way too much, or if this forward fold, maybe you ate before practice, it can be a lot. So just go ahead and come halfway up or come all the way to standing. We'll meet you there in 2 breaths. It's so nice to think that we all are one. We are all one, and yet we're living in a time when there's so much isolation. So how do you really tap into this place of togetherness, knowing that you're not alone in your birth? Hands to the thighs. Slowly begin to roll yourself up. You are not alone when you are breastfeeding or bottle feeding at 3 in the morning. So tap into that energy here. We're going to inhale the arms all the way up. There are people all over the world right now, right in this moment, giving birth. Root down into your feet, ground down as you rise up. Take one more inhale, reach up, and then exhale, just shake it all out. Whew. If you need to, this is a great time to take a sip of water, just shake it out. Maybe turn on some tunes that you like. So we came to standing. You're gonna take about 3 or 4 breaths just to kind of roll out those hips. So again, inviting ease. It's like your breath is this balm, just moving energy in your hips. You can go front and back, maybe a little figure 8. One more breath. And we are at the back of our mats, but I want us to step to the top, and I want us to do so by lifting the hips. So a lot of times in labor, I've had to have moms, if labor possibly slows down, or if we need baby to start engaging a little bit more, we'll walk like this, bringing the knees up. When you get to the top of your mat, go ahead and place the feet as wide as your hips. Look down, spread the 10 toes. The outside of your feet are parallel. Extend and open your chest forward. And then draw your belly up and in and find softness. So our tailbone is not sticking out, our baby isn't falling out of our basket, but we're also not tucking and crunching. So the pelvis has a nice balance. Again, it's relaxed and it's soft, but it's not going overstretching in the low back or tucking. So notice that. Take the palms, bring them forward, and let's just pause for 3 breaths with our eyes closed. Remembering again that sensation that you are not alone. We are all cheering each other on, and there's no judgment. You don't even need to read a book to know how to be a birthing person or a parent. You have the intuition, I promise you do. It's about tapping into it and remembering that you are divine. We're going to bring all the weight into the left foot. We're going to go ahead and lift the right knee up. So just practicing balance for a moment. Lift the inner thigh, stand tall, and then you're going to hinge at your waist, maybe bending that front knee, send the leg back, and then go ahead and come into a crescent lunge. So tailbone now is going to see we kind of spilled forward, so we want to make sure we're lifting the pubic bone. Squeeze the inner thighs. Ooh, hello, tight left hip, tight right hip. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Your feet, it's almost like you're on railroad tracks, and just come in and out of this for a moment. You can bring some play into the arms. Maybe they just come up strong to the side. One more big breath. And then when you're ready, hands might come to your heart or to the hips. We're going to take that foot in the back. The right foot is reaching back, right hip forward. And then go ahead and just slowly lunge a little bit forward so that we're engaging the core, we're protecting the low back. Inhale the arms all the way up. This is going to be our inhale. Exhale, pull down. Inhale all the way up. And you might take that to help engage the core. Big breath up. Pull it down. 2 more. Big breath up. Pull it down. 1 more. Pull. Squeezing the shoulder blades. Inhale all the way up, sink a little bit deeper, and then engage the core to open up into a warrior two. Heel toe your feet into more of an alignment, and then become a jellyfish. So float front and back, side to side, up and down. Just notice where your body wants to take this. Whew. Nice work, everyone. Big, deep breath. You're gonna stretch those arms long. Go ahead and let the palms reach up. Spread your 10 fingers and you're gonna roll this front thigh open. You're gonna feel the back foot root down. Close your eyes and just say to yourself, I got this. I can do hard things. We can do hard things. There's emotions, there's so many unknowns, there's highs and lows, but I'm gonna stay rooted and I'm gonna stay open. And I'm gonna feel that sense of confidence right here. Back hand slowly comes down, just barely touching the back leg. Go ahead and look at your front left palm and take the arm back to reverse your warrior. Relax the shoulders. You could take the gaze up or down. I like to take it down just to help open up my neck a little bit more, to relax my shoulders. And a belly breath. Yeah, go ahead and send the hips a little bit deeper as you reach up. We'll take our next exhale and make our way through to warrior two. Inhale, slide slightly forward, taking the left palm to face up. Forearm can be right on that front thigh. Notice if you spilled into your low back. So you want to lengthen the low back. You want to bring baby up and into your heart. And then a big, yummy stretch through the side of our body. Find your breath. One more, really opening here. Oh. Inhale and exhale. Take it back one more time to reverse. Ooh. One more time to warrior two. All right, I think it's time that we take some good strong push-ups. What do you say? So we're gonna windmill the arms down to the floor. Come on almost into a lunge for a moment. So take that back heel up, make space. You can do this. You can do hard things. Step the foot back into a plank pose. Find your plank for 3, press away from the earth, press the heels back for 2, give baby a big hug on 1. You're gonna release the knees down, slightly come forward, long spine. Inhale halfway down, exhale, push up. Inhale halfway down and push up. So babe is not touching the floor. You're just working the biceps. 2 more. You're gonna get sweaty in birth and your babies need you to have strong arms. When you're done, we'll tuck the toes, we'll engage the core to plank and send it back into down dog and then just shake this out. Stay with me as you walk your feet a little bit wider than your hips, rise up to the ball mounds, and then walk your hands back to meet your feet, please. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Root the feet into the earth. Inhale all the way up to kiss the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, let's do that same walk to the top of our mat. So lift the knees, keeping the hips open, strong core, tall spine. And then when you get to the top, same as before, planting the feet. I'm gonna take it in the other direction so that you don't have to face my back. You're gonna root down this time into the right foot. You're gonna snuggle baby up and in as that left knee comes up. Open the shoulders, take a deep breath. And then we'll hinge at the waist, a little bit of a bend in the knee, both knees. Slide that heel down and back. And then just come in and out of this, just as if we did on the other side. Using the strength of your glutes, something that we've kind of lost through the last century. We used to walk 5 miles a day. Obviously, we're doing more sitting at computers. We need to have strong glutes. It really helps to stabilize the pelvis. All right, when you're ready, make sure that foot is nice and long and back. This is a little bit of a balancing. Squeeze the inner thighs. And then just as we did, slightly come forward. Spread your 10 toes. Lengthen the tailbone. Inhale, arms up. And exhale. Inhale, arms up. And exhale. Continue. Great way to get some anger out too. One more, nice and slow. Reach, 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 reach. Inhale all the way up, lengthen. We blossom into a warrior two on this side. And take some time here. Come in and out of it a little bit, maybe up. Oh, I know, Shavasana's coming, I promise. We just gotta keep staying strong and focused, because in labor, you're gonna be like, okay, I'm done. Wave the white flag. Way harder than I thought. You're like, wait, I can do this. One day. Some of us, a couple days of hard work. It's intense. And the oxytocin you're gonna experience might taste really good. Inhale and exhale, palms open. Slide down a little bit more than you think. And then maybe come out of it. So I want you to be careful you're not overstretching in the pubic bone, if you have any separation. And then go ahead and lift maybe up through the perineum and then soften. Just notice how that feels. Another breath here. Relax the shoulders. You can go ahead and take it into your reverse warrior. Rolling the right thigh open. Opening through the right rib cage. Gaze can come up or down. One more big breath, creating space, softening where you can. On your next exhale, use the core to take you back to warrior two. Pause and smile. We got this. Reach it forward, take that yummy side angle, big stretch up and over. Press down into the back heel. Again, that same sensation of the psoas. In birth, you're gonna wanna just be breathing in the top portion of your lungs. Sometimes it's a he. I want you to take it down into your belly. And it's a ho. Try that here for one more breath. Stay rooted in the feet. One more time, we'll reverse. And exhale, maybe make noise. All right, can we do it? Can we do one more time, those push-ups? All right, inhale and exhale, cartwheel your arms. Find your lunge, no rush. If you don't want to do push-ups, come to child's pose and hang out here. If you do want to do those push-ups, take them with positivity. Yes, yes, yes. We will all meet in child's pose. So wherever you are, you can just sink your hips back. Feel free to take that sip of water. Feel free to cry. Feel free to scream. You get to absolutely do what feels best in your body. We have one more standing pose left. It's that feeling of like, oh my gosh, I'm 8 centimeters. How am I going to get to 10? You are. You are. It's the same thing that you can do if you're having a surgical birth. If you're having a cesarean birth, you can close your eyes and say like, yes, I can do this. And you go inward. And you talk to your baby. And you reassure your body and your baby that all is well. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Feel the hands on Mother Earth. Feel the earth beneath you. Slowly rise back up to all fours. Walk the knees in. Take a moment here, just swaying your hips. We're coming up again to our last standing pose. Let's tuck our toes, lift the hips up and back. Big nod of your head, yes, yes, we can do hard things. Shake your head, no. No, this is not my doula's birth. It's not my OB's birth. It's not my midwife's birth. This is mine. I get to ask for what I need. Slowly walk the hands back to your feet. Taking baby with ya. Inhale, halfway lift with a smile. Exhale, release. Oxytocin. Inhale, rise up. Bend the knees deeper a little to support your back. Exhale, draw love into your heart. Whew. All right. That's a big thing to know. You can actually birth your baby in love. You don't have to be like, I'm having the best birth ever. You can be like, this is hard and I'm doing this in love. Walk your feet wide. You're gonna come into our final standing pose. This is called goddess pose at Blooma, right? It's all about opening the hips, staying present, and flowing. So maybe your flow is just this. It's just your breath. Maybe you want to take the arms big and create space and circles. Maybe there's that fun Katy Perry song playing at your house right now and you're just going to dance it out. Or maybe you're more mellow. You get to do you. But I have one rule. You can never leave goddess, okay? So even if you get tired, you got to go a little bit deeper, because once you are a parent, you will never not be. And you will be challenged. And you will wonder if you can do it, and you will wonder where the handbook is, and then you just got to go deeper. There's so much that we can't control, and the things we can control is our breath, the mind frame, how we ask for support and help, and how we surrender. So, my dear friends, my dear loves, you're going to be here for a little bit. So I want you to breathe. And I want you to take some positive affirmations for yourself. Keep moving the energy. Keep finding that place where you can go a little bit deeper, maybe even into your fear. What is scaring you in birth? What are you excited about in birth? We're almost there. So give this your all. Maybe dip down into water and splash water up and over you. Maybe you need to shake. Maybe you need to flick your fingers. Yeah, make some noise if that feels good. Just a few more good breaths. Let's all inhale, arms up high. Bend the knees, sink the hips. One hand to heart, one hand to baby, with a smile on your face. Just listen to your baby cheering you on. Nice and slow, we're gonna start to heel toe our feet together. We gotta shake that out, stretch it out, march it out. Maybe even tap the inner thighs and say thank you. All right, last little bit here. Big circles possibly, or maybe you're just front and back. Just kind of let that pelvis unwind. Might feel good, you might need a sip of water. Maybe the arms come up. All right, we are gonna come into our squat. So you are more than welcome to squat without any props. One thing that I would love to recommend, a lot of people don't teach this, and I think it's one of the best ways to support us, is I'm gonna take a blanket. You could also take a pillow, actually does work. And then there's gonna be possibly a block or a book or a stool There's birthing stools. You can pretend you have a birthing stool, and you're gonna set it up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our heels onto the blanket or whatever cushion you have. Toes can be forward, maybe slightly to the side. You're gonna take a really big inhale, and as you exhale, it's as if you are looking for a toilet seat at 2 in the morning, or camping, as we call it here in Minnesota. Inhale it up. When you're ready, you're gonna send your hips way back, like you're looking for that toilet seat, and you're gonna come down. Now, you might flow it a few times. That might feel good just to kind of flush out your legs. You're more than welcome to do that. As you rise up, really feeling the heels, feeling your glutes. And at some point, you'll decide that you wanna come down, and maybe you need a higher level like I just made. We're gonna take a big breath. You might still be flowing, that's fine. If you are down, I'd like you to slightly tuck your chin. This keeps the prana and the energy into you, because we're gonna start to cool down the practice. And now I want you to remember, in birth, we have a great saying. It's called so above, so below. So if your face is tight, the pelvis will be tight because they mirror one another. So we want to get the face really relaxed. Yeah, feel free to stretch the jaw. Maybe lick your lips and swallow. That is all connected to the pelvic floor, even the cervix, the sphincter muscle. And then feel free to close your eyes again. And you can use the elbows to press the knees a little bit wider. Maybe you've had plenty. And we'll stay here for 1 full minute, and that's typically the length of the contraction, about 6 to 8 to 10 breaths sometimes, but we want them to be slow and long. And take the breath all the way into the low back. Every time you exhale, release tension. And give it away. Don't try to fight it. Just send it out, preparing for your birth. We're more than halfway there. Breathe with me. Take another breath or two, exhaling through an open mouth, maybe a sigh or a moan. All right, to come out of this, bowing your chin to your chest with a smile. Hands might come to the floor. You're gonna press yourself up, so squeeze the thighs and come back up. Oh, all right. Feel free to clear your mat. You can squat down to do it. I want you to squat a lot throughout your day. It's going to help keep the pelvis open. And we'll go ahead and take one more vinyasa flow as we make our way down onto Shavasana. So standing tall, close the eyes. Thank your body for all the work that it has done today. You are growing a human. On your next inhale, rise the arms way up, big stretch, stand tall, be proud. And then as you exhale, celebrate your body, little bend in the knees to forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. And then exhale, you're just gonna walk yourself out, maybe to 1 breath in down dog, maybe a plank. And then we'll come down onto our knees. Again, such a great place to be during much of your pregnancy. And we'll begin to make our way onto our back. And the way that we do this is we need to roll to our side. It's really important in pregnancy to never roll directly onto your back. You don't want to open up that rectus abdominis too much. Now, I'm hoping that you've got tons of pillows and comfy stuff at home. If you're not ready for Shavasana too, you can always just come onto your back for a happy baby. Maybe you've got that pillow or that blanket. We're going to roll down onto our side. We call it the sexy slide here at Blooma. So you can just start to extend the arm, roll down, and then beginning to Settle in, taking a blanket between your thighs. Maybe one of my favorites is to extend that bottom leg long, left leg long, and right knee can come up and over. As you begin to settle in, the eyes melt into the back of the head. The jaw softens, the teeth soften. The head gets heavy. And you absolutely melt down deep into the earth, knowing that there is nothing left to do but surrender. Knowing that this time is the most important time of our whole practice. And let your exhale be long. And just enjoy this sacred time for you and your baby to snuggle together. Maybe just notice here what would happen if you could go a little bit deeper down, if you could relax just a little bit more. Moving into a deeper place of peace and calm. And I welcome you to stay here and keep resting. If you'd like to take one hand and bring it to your baby and just spend a few moments listening to your baby, feel free to do so. If you're ready to slowly begin your journey back into your body, maybe take a big stretch with an arm or a leg. And just notice your body. Take a deep breath. Feel the floor beneath you. If you're ready to seal in this yoga practice, you can place one hand onto the earth, letting the eyes remain closed, and just slowly begin to peel yourself off the earth, letting your head come up last. We'll make our way into whatever comfortable seated posture feels best in your body to end our prenatal yoga practice today. Take a deep breath as the crown of your head lifts up high into the sky. And exhale, relax the shoulders as the hands rest down upon the thighs. Take another deep breath in for your baby. Take another deep breath in for your birth, knowing that it will come on the perfect day, the perfect time, with the right people there. We'll take another breath in for your family, your support team. And then our final breath is to all of the mothers and the parents around the world. If you'd like to join me in bringing our hands together at Heart Center, I invite you to do so. Taking a moment to give thanks to this yoga practice, to the movement, to the stretching, to the breath and the flow, to the ease and to the effort. Giving thanks to our bodies for being strong and flexible and resilient. To each and every one of you, thank you so much for stepping on the mat, for polishing your diamond, for breathing into the layers of darkness and the layers of light. The divine in me sees the divine in you. Have a beautiful day. Go in peace. Namaste. Mwah, mwah. Thank you all so very, very much. I hope this yoga practice is one that you can bring into your life, remembering the ease and the effort. Thank you so much for taking time with us at Blooma. We have so much to offer, and I hope you can take advantage of all of it, because you rock, and you deserve it, and so does your baby. All right, mwah. Take good care of you.